Well, first off, I want to thank everyone for coming in today. Today's a good day for the Phoenix Suns. We're excited to officially have Kelly Oubre back with us as a member of the Suns. We set out in the summer to change the team in a positive way, make some additions. With those additions came some subtractions. We added the positions of need for us, point guard, power forward. We added positional depth. And we kept our core guys intact. I think you had a glimpse of what we can become at the end of last season. Kelly was a big reason for our turnaround, and we're just excited to have him back with us. And so, like I said, it's been a good summer for us. I think we've executed our plan as far as making this a competitive environment. From 1 through 15, we'll be strong, and we'll come out every day competing the right way, so that we can continue this journey upward and forward. And so with that, I'll turn it over to Coach Williams.
Yeah, for me, I'm excited to have Kelly back. He was one of the reasons that I was excited about the job, and I hadn't talked about that a lot, but I loved his versatility from afar, being in Philly and San Antonio. Offensively, defensively, he's one of the guys in the league that fits today's game, and even past eras of basketball. I think Kelly has the ability to play in many eras of our game. And so for me, it's a level of comfort or to have somebody who's has experience but still has room to improve. And I think it goes along with our competitive environment that we're trying to promote and establish. And I love his energy. I love his passion. Our conversations since I got the job have been about growth and comparing ideas and talking about more than just basketball. And so I'm anxious to get to know him even more as a person, and certainly excited about his game and thankful that he's back.
Well, first and foremost, I'm super excited to be back. I thank James, I thank Coach, I thank Nima, Robert, everybody who was a part of this, who got this done. It's done now, and I'm a Phoenix Sun. And I said that all year long, that I was excited about the future. I can't control the future, so at the end of the day, I can focus on now. And right now, I'm a Phoenix Sun, and I'm excited to get better every day, with the group of guys that we have, and Coach has done a really good job of letting it be known what he wants from us, and I'm bought in, because at the end of the day, I'm super excited about what we're growing, where we're going to be. It's a young core, a group of young guys who the sky's the limit for us, and to be a part of that is just such a blessing, man. So I'm really at a loss for words for everything that's been transpiring these past couple days, past couple weeks, and I'm a Valley boy though. That's all I got to say, straight up.
All right, and with that, I'll open it up to questions.
Gina, myself from The Athletic. Kelly, you mentioned...
It's good to see you again, Gina.
Hi, Kelly. Good to see you, too.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about what the last couple weeks have been like for you, just personally going through the negotiations and then also watching what this team added, subtracted, kind of just all the movement that the Suns went through as well?
It's been great. It was my first free agency that I've ever been through, so to kind of take it one day at a time, it was a little prolonged due to the things of the business. And at the end of the day, it's a business, and I was blessed enough to be able to watch it happen. And everything works out for people who put the right energy into the world. So everything worked out. So I can't really complain. It's been a great 2 weeks.
Brendan, Clean SB Nation. Kelly, what have your conversations been like with people around this organization throughout this process? Teammates that you got close with at the end of last season, and just the people around you. Kind of, what was your mind frame and how you approached this from your own point of view?
It's love. At the end of the day, the people that I've grown and built relationships with here, it's just been love. We've been keeping in contact, doing things like that. But other than that, man, I'm not gonna tell you what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we have been in communication, and we're picking up right where we left off.
Hey, Kelly, can you talk about playing with Ricky Rubio and how that dynamic improves a team as opposed to last year with the point guard position? And Coach, can you talk about how you intend to use Ricky and how he fits into your system?
Well, we have a true point guard, you know, and it's just, I'm excited to play with him. You know, I've played against him for about 4 years, you know, and I've seen his growth as a player. You know, I've been watching Ricky Rubio, and I've always respected his game, you know, and now we're on the same side together, so I'm just excited.
Yeah, I think we've said it before. We have a guy in Ricky that's going to make everybody more efficient than they have been. As a coach, you want to have someone on the floor that can manage a game from the point guard position. And Ricky certainly does that for us. And I think he's going to make me a better coach. Our conversations have been really thought-provoking, just to hear how he sees the game, the coaches that have impacted him. I've watched him on the national team, Minnesota and Utah, and really excited about how he's going to make Kelly better in transition. Kelly's explosive, and we want to be an advanced pass team. When we get stops, I don't want to have to call plays. And I think when you have a point guard like Ricky and guys like Kelly who can get out and run and make plays, that's something that's going to allow me more freedom to sit back and let the guys develop our culture offensively. And then defensively, Ricky, Kelly, those guys give us the ability to switch and keep guys in front and take away threes and rebound. And so I could talk for a long time about those two guys, these two guys, but just off the top of my head, that's what sticks out.
I'm also excited to learn a little Espanol.
Kelly, Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports. Good to see you back.
So, my man.
With Mikal, DeAndre, and Devin, you clicked with them right away, obviously, and you knew going forward you wanted to stay here, but with it now official, what are you looking forward to growing with them the most on the court that you weren't able to necessarily over such a short time, only 2-3 months?
We have a foundation now to whereas we're starting from the ground up, you know, and now we can really get to work because we can start from day one working on good habits and, you know, continue those and buy into what coach is saying. And that's really the challenge. We're all talented. We're all, you know, individually, but collectively together we can be something special. So.
Kelly, a lot of people refer to you as a 3-and-D guy. And with the way that this team's being put together, what's the next step for you personally as a player? Where do you see the next phase of development in your game?
I start with the fundamentals. I can't do anything without those. I'm just trying to be more consistent, you know, behind the arc. Just, you know, be more of a threat in that aspect and also be able to create for others. You know, a lot of times, you know, I would attack. You know, I wouldn't make the right reads, things like that. But, you know, it comes with growth, and that's what I'm working on, just continuing to evolve my whole all-around game.
Hey, Kelly. Mark McClune, 3TV, CBS 5. Welcome back. Glad to have you back here. As far as the Valley Boys go, what's the next step for that? How would you like for that to grow with Suns fans' hearts and minds here?
It's a family. Like, it's not, you know, it's going to grow organically. I can't force it to grow. Me and DA actually came up with the name just coming back from a game one day, and it stuck. So, it's been a beautiful thing to see, man, because that's the whole city of Phoenix. You know, everybody, we are all Valley boys and girls. It's not just the team, you feel me? It's a community of people riding behind us at the end of the day, and we'll feel that support, and the Valley boys will continue to grow because we'll continue to get better.
Kelly, Doug Franz from Arizona Sports. Suns, your first choice, your only choice? Did you get a bunch of offers? Was this the best offer? Did you take less because you wanted to stay? Take me through the process and why are you here, and what was the best offer you got?
I'm number 3 for the Phoenix Suns, small forward. I'm super excited about that, my man. I can't talk about anything else.
Great answer.
Monty, Kelly, you just mentioned small forward. You obviously played a little bit of 4 last year. Now, just given kind of the roster construction and the way that you guys have sort of solidified that power forward spot, where do you most envision Kelly playing and kind of his role on this team moving forward?
You know, I don't look at 2s and 3s the same way as everyone else. I think James and I see we have a bunch of wings that are really competitive, long, versatile, and Kelly is one of the guys that can lead that group. Playing the 4 this year, we could do that, depending on the game. And I think all of our guys have to be ready for those games where I may put Kelly at the 4, I may put Mikal at the 2, that kind of thing. But in camp, we're going to start out in their positions, and because I think it's easier to learn a new system at your position. Hopefully, as we grow organically, as Kelly said, we can learn other positions. But I think he has the ability to play 2, 3, and 4.
Jody Ayler, Fox Sports 910. James, first question for you, then Kelly. It felt like one of your objectives this offseason was to change the personality of this team. What did you hope to accomplish in that change? What kind of personality do you want this team to take on? And then for Kelly, what do you hope to contribute to that overall personality of the team in your role?
Well, for me is to develop a team mentality. My goal, our goal is to put team first and to make sure that we put a collection of individuals who competitively will grow as a team. And so if you had to talk about our team, it's competitive. I think if you look at every position on our roster, we have guys of similar age, similar capacity, but different skill sets. And it gives us the flexibility and the ability to grow each other, to push each other and challenge each other. So I think it's the right makeup and mix of players to allow every guy on this roster to get better. And that's our goal.
For me, it's just want to bring energy, positive energy, just continue to push everybody around me to be better, because if I do that, then I'm getting better too, because they're at their best. So, I just want to be a leader, honestly, come in, just lead these guys, just communicate with each other, and just be a family, man. Like, on the court, everything will take care of itself, because we have a great coach, and a great staff. So, off the court, honestly, just continue to be a positive leader, and just help everybody.
Kelly, Greg Moore, Arizona Republic, welcome back, man.
Good to see you, bro.
So what made the Suns attractive to you?
My favorite color is purple. Honestly, man, it was James. James found me in DC. He gave me an opportunity, and it's just been a blessing ever since. Obviously the numbers don't lie. Things you see how my game evolved when I got here, and it happened the right way. Like, I didn't come immediately. Nothing was given to me. I had to take everything, just like I've had to take everything my whole life. So, once that happened, that foundation was built. We were in constant communication throughout the whole season, and it just felt like home.
And do you expect to start with this group?
Hey, I'm going into camp, with a clean slate, just like everybody else, man. We'll see though, but I'm gonna be ready though, for sure.
Great answer.
Brendan, Clean SB Nation. James, you only had a short time after acquiring Kelly to get to know him and evaluate him as a player. What stood out, only having a little while, that made you feel like he was a core member of this group that you made a high priority going into the summer?
When you watch the games, you watch effort, you watch the competitiveness, you watch the passion. That's who you are. And he was consistent every game, every day. In practice, in games, after practice, after games, he talked the right stuff. He wanted to get better. And he's demonstrated that over his career, that he's consistently gotten better. He brings energy. He brings a passion for the game, regardless of the score. And those are the foundational characteristics and traits that you look for in players when you're talking about building the core and building a foundation. So I think his actions spoke a lot louder than his words. And then you couple that with his verbal desire. He said since day one he wanted to be here. We've said that we've loved Kelly all along, and we wanted him to be a part of our future, and we both made that happen.